Hello and welcome to English Unlocked. It's a new series of programmes aimed at unlocking the mysteries of the beautiful English language. Anything from phrasal verbs to idioms to grammar to confusing language. We'll cover all of these in forthcoming sessions. This first one, however, is a little bit of a different tutorial. It's all about being pregnant because I'm very pregnant at the moment, and I thought it might be a useful area of language for those of you, maybe you're pregnant, maybe your sister, your wife, your girlfriend, somebody you know, and you want to be able to chat about this in English. So we're going to cover 4 sections today. The first part is some expressions, how to say that you're pregnant. Some cultural do's and don'ts, some etiquette that you might feel being if you're living in an English-speaking country. Then we'll have grammar, yay! And finally we'll put it all together into a context with some conversation. So let's get started. The first part, some expressions. Of course, the easy one, I'm pregnant, obviously. But there are other ways to say that. You can also say, I'm expecting. Expecting what? A parcel from Amazon? A bowl of fruit? It doesn't matter, you don't need to say what you're expecting. We understand from the context. So just to say, I'm expecting, she's expecting is fine. A bit more idiomatic, a bun in the oven. I've got a bun in the oven. This is my oven. The bun is in there, cooking, growing more delicious every day until finally out he comes and, yeah, we don't eat it, obviously, but we can use the expression, a bun in the oven. It's quite a nice idiom. Another expression, maybe not so nice, but you might hear it, is up the duff. Don't ask me what it means, it just means you're pregnant, but usually men use this language to say someone is pregnant. Oh, my girlfriend's up the duff. Okay, it's not the nicest expression, but you might hear it all the same. Another one, which, again, not so common, you might hear somebody say that they are with child. It's a little bit old-fashioned, sounds a bit biblical, you know, the Virgin Mary was with child, so probably not such a one for modern conversation, but again, you might hear it, you might come across it. With child means pregnant, not with a child. Okay? And that's probably about it for general expressions. You might want to explain how far pregnant you are. You can just talk about it in weeks. So, for example, me, I'm 38 weeks. You can say I'm 38 weeks pregnant, but that's how we would explain that one. So let's move on to talk about etiquette, some cultural do's and don'ts regarding being pregnant. The first one, obviously, is you see a lady with a big tummy, or maybe you know somebody and you want to ask them, are you pregnant? It's a natural question. However, be careful. Maybe I just had a lot of Easter eggs this year and I've just put on a bit of weight. It's possible. Well, maybe not at this stage, but in the early stages of pregnancy. It can be difficult to know if someone's just a little bit fat or if they are pregnant. And obviously you could upset somebody by asking them if they're pregnant when they're just a bit fat. Also, of course, maybe they were pregnant and they lost their baby and your body doesn't recover very quickly. So maybe they could be a little bit upset. So you have to be careful. I think it's best to wait until the person, the mother, says to you, psst, guess what? I'm pregnant, yay! And then you can get really excited. Okay, so that's number 1. Can I ask if a person is pregnant? Probably not. The next one, when you've established that there is a baby in there, can you touch a mother's tummy? Well, it depends on how well you know the person. If it's a friend of yours, I'm sure they wouldn't mind, especially if, like right now, the baby is kicking and pushing their feet out. It's quite an interesting thing to feel. However, if you're just in the street or in a shop and you see somebody, most English ladies certainly don't like to be touched by strangers if they're pregnant. It's quite a a personal and private thing. So by all means you might like to ask, oh, can I touch your tummy? And maybe the lady will say yes. In fact, probably yes. We're quite polite in this country. We don't like to say no and offend you. So if that's the case, then go for it. But probably best to not touch, I think. Another one is, in various cultures, it's quite normal when you see a new baby, you're very excited, you want to pick the baby up, pass the baby around, you're getting very excited. English ladies are not so keen on this. We're very possessive about our new babies, and especially how they smell. And if you pass them around a lot of other people, they come back and the baby doesn't smell like your baby. It smells of some perfume or has some lipstick on the cheek. Okay, so we don't like to give our babies away to other people. By all means, ask the mother, can I pick up your baby? But usually it's better to wait until the mother says, would you like to hold him or her? And then go for it, absolutely. But it's better to wait because we don't really like other people taking our new babies from our arms, okay? And finally, a question you may want to know about is breastfeeding, feeding your baby from your breast in public. Is that okay? In this country, in the UK, it is absolutely okay. It's legal, it's normal, and most women who breastfeed would expect to be able to breastfeed anywhere they like. Of course, be discreet. You don't have to show everybody what's going on. Okay, not everybody wants to see that. So go somewhere quiet, cover up, and by all means, feed your baby. If anybody has a problem with it, it is their problem. It's absolutely legal, okay, acceptable, and encouraged that a mother should be able to feed her baby wherever she is. Okay, so that's your social do's and don'ts. Let's move on then to the best part, grammar. Yay, everyone loves grammar. So, when we talk about having a baby, it's usually a future event, well, obviously. So, a typical sentence might be, my sister, she will have a baby. So, we're talking about the future, yes, with will? Correct. The correct future tense though? No. Will is not the correct future tense for this. It's not an instant decision, it's not speculation, it's not a promise or an offer. It's a prediction based on some evidence. You can see from my lovely shape, there is definitely a little body in there waiting to come out. So we have some evidence. And when we use future prediction with evidence, of course we need to use be going to. She's going to have a baby. I'm going to have a baby. Are you going to have a baby? Yes, I am. Okay, so be going to is the future tense. What about other future tenses though? What about present continuous for future? I'm having a baby. Is this event in my diary? You bet it's in my diary. 7th of April, this baby is coming, okay? So I have some kind of arrangement, some kind of diary event that I'm pretty sure is going to happen. I don't think we can reverse this process, okay? So yes, we can use present continuous for the future to talk about having a baby. I'm having a baby really soon. What about present continuous for right now? Let's hope not. I'm having a baby. Quick, get the doctor. It's possible, but let's pray you never have to use that one. So, be going to, yes. Present continuous, yes. What about present simple though? We use present simple to talk about scheduled events, timetables. Is this baby scheduled to arrive on a fixed date? Yes. The 7th of April, this baby is due. My baby is due on the 7th of April. It's a scheduled event. It might be early, it might be late, just like a train or a bus or an aeroplane. So it's possible, but yes, we would use the present simple to talk about a baby's arrival. And notice the use of the verb there, due. The passive form of the verb, my baby is due on the 7th of April. It's the date my baby is scheduled to arrive. So we can use that grammar too. Alright, so all future forms are possible, but avoid will. Right, so I guess we need to put all of this together and have a conversation. So please watch the conversation, pay attention to intonation and pronunciation, and afterwards we will look at some of the language that came up, and then feel free to read along, speak along with the conversation to practice and get the intonation all correct.
But you've really grown. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. Tired, of course, and well, to be honest, I forgot you were coming. Talk about baby brain.
Oh, don't worry.
It's embarrassing.
But you must be due soon.
Yeah, within a week.
Oh, do you think you'll be on time?
I'm not sure. It's my 3rd one, so I'll probably go into labour early. Not looking forward to those contractions though.
Oh, I bet. So you're not having a cesarean?
No, well, hospitals in this country, they want you to have a natural labour, don't they? So, no cesarean.
So do you know if it's a boy or girl?
Well, it's definitely a boy, I can tell you. The scan was very clear about that.
Oh, so any names?
We have got some names, but we're going to wait until he arrives before we say anything, so...
Oh, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. It was just a kick. Do you want to feel?
Oh, it must feel so weird.
It does, but it's really nice though.
So you had any cravings?
Well, only at the beginning. I couldn't stop eating peanut butter for some reason, considering I hate peanut butter. But yeah, other than that, just cake. So hopefully you noticed a few items of vocabulary there. The first one being baby brain. What is baby brain? It's what happens to you when you're pregnant or you've just had a baby and basically your brain goes a bit mushy. You forget things, you get a bit confused, your brain is not functioning the way it normally would. Baby brain. Fortunately, this does not last forever, we hope. Also, we have going into labour, natural labour. This is when you have your baby in the natural way, as opposed to a caesarean, which is an international word, I'm sure you know, for when you have an operation to remove your baby. We also have a scan. Scan is the black and white photo that shows you the sex of your baby or any problems that might be there with your baby. It's the photo. You will also have heard us talk about feeling the baby kicking. So this is when the baby is inside your tummy and it's doing a bit of kung fu in there, and you can feel the reactions inside your tummy. We say, I can feel the baby kicking. Also, you will have heard my friend say to me, any names? And normally when we teach you grammar, we teach you a full grammatical structure. Have you thought of any names yet? But when we talk informally with our friends, often we drop much of the grammar and we just stick to the basic information. Hence, any names? The upward inflection tells us it's a question, so we understand from the context what's going on. Okay, so feel free now to go back, review the conversation, practice, think about intonation, and good luck. I'd also like to thank you for watching this first session. I hope you've learnt something, whether you're pregnant or you're not. Hopefully something there was useful for you. I would value any feedback you'd like to give, any comments, any requests. Please feel free, and I look forward to seeing you again on another session in the future.